will you speak out against arming Israel and Saudi Arabia? What is your take on that?
Absolutely. And that is one of the issues that, in addition to just being hampered and controlled by corporate interests, my stand on Israel is very different than the incumbents. I just don't understand it. Endless war has not done anything. So while we continue along that line is a mystery, not a mystery, but disappointing to me. I felt that moving the capital to Jerusalem was just gratuitous gasoline on a fire, and very, very, very cynical. Two-state solution, these human rights issues. And again, even here, you see politicians take various stands based on the support they get. But when you have politicians supporting anti-BDS legislation, that is obscene. I mean, that's First Amendment. It's obscene and it's wrong.
Well, did you hear the recent Chuck Schumer video where he spoke at AIPAC? I mean, that was like borderline fascist, the stuff he was saying. I mean, he was reducing it all to like, oh, well, the reason we don't have peace is because people don't believe in the Torah. And, if you're against what the oppressive Israel government is doing, you're anti-Semitic, which, I mean, that's the same logic as saying if you're against the endless war that the United States is doing, you're anti-American, which obviously is not true. You know who's also against that? Most frickin' Americans, myself being one of them.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm Jewish. It's a process I went through myself. And when I realized what was being done to me in terms of being labeled an anti-Semite because I dared question what was going on, you get over that. But that was a process because you're brought up a certain way. But yeah, it's very distressing how we're not tackling human rights.
Well, let me ask you to expand on that a little bit, because yeah, I'd imagine that you are often at odds with some folks in the Democratic establishment and so forth on that. Have you ever gotten some significant pushback, or on the other side of it, do you think that some folks are kind of evolving on that a little bit and recognizing, wow, this is a human rights issue, and stuff that this government is doing is disgusting and brutal, and they're shooting people and they're killing people, and this isn't about anti-Semitism. This is about diplomacy and human rights, and we got to kind of change the way we look at this thing. I mean, do you see that happening? Or
it has happened. In fact, again, being a first-time candidate and being involved in social media, which I previously avoided, the first time I came out and criticized those issues, the joke in the family was people didn't know my name on Monday, wanted me dead on Tuesday. It was a little shocking for a couple of minutes. Then you realize how you handle it and you move on. But the other thing is that I believe that 80%, and there are polls, I mean, we're not alone. This is clearly the tail wagging the dog here in terms of Israeli policy. I feel that Jews like myself, I won't speak for you, but I feel like maybe I am, are much more even-handed on this than those who are making the decisions. And somebody had said that, AIPAC is in a lot of ways for the Democratic Party, the NRA. I mean, it's that type of power.
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as power and influence goes, yeah, that's a fair analogy. I'd say that. Yeah, I've never heard that before, but yeah, I don't think that's inaccurate. I don't know. Do you?
I think it's accurate.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's interesting, and I hope you're right. I mean, I really hope that some folks are starting to come around on this. I mean, when you hear Chuck Schumer, who is, by many accounts, kind of the leader of the party, say this stuff. Did you see that speech? Are you familiar with what I'm talking about? Or
yes, I did.
I mean, it was disturbing. I mean, it was like, that was not okay.
It's not okay, but it's so transparent. It's just so transparent. And that's why, it's funny, you go for endorsements with various groups. And I've been very fortunate, ADA, Field of Burn, very fortunate about that. But a lot of the forms ask you, what is the first thing, what is the most important thing you would do once you're in office? And I have to hold myself back from saying, if I get elected without taking any special interest money, that'll be more than most people accomplish in a lifetime in politics. So, you know, again, I have plans, I have ideas, but the first thing is just to get the money out for the people of the Valley to have somebody who is free to represent them. And that would include, you know, positions on the Middle East.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.